Chicago's rap scene always had its edge: the streets, the loyalty, the codes. But behind the beats and the fame, something darker's been brewing. The kind of drama that doesn't play out on Instagram Live, but in silence, betrayal, and blood. Fans say it started when Lil Durk and 600 Breezy, once considered brothers of the same block, began moving differently. What used to be loyalty turned into quiet competition. Power, fame, and survival started clashing harder than their lyrics ever did. People close to them whisper that the bond they showed in interviews was just for the cameras, and the moment the spotlight dimmed, that brotherhood began to crack. But here's where it gets wild. Sources claim a secret meeting went down last winter in Atlanta, where words were exchanged that could have ended everything. One insider said, Breezy felt like Durk left him behind, like he forgot the code. And Durk? He just kept smiling, like he knew something the world didn't. Now the question is, what really caused that fracture? Money? Death? Betrayal? Or something deeper? The kind of darkness that eats fame alive from the inside? Stay tuned, because this story's just getting started. They say in Chicago, loyalty ain't free, it's earned, tested, and broken in public. And no story proves that better than what's been unfolding between Lil Durk and 600 Breezy. Two men who once stood side by side, building an empire out of chaos, now barely exchange a glance. The same city that raised them is now watching their friendship burn like a slow-motion car crash. And if you think this is just about rap beef, you couldn't be more wrong. It all began with whispers, the kind that spread faster than gunshots on the South Side. A few months after King Von's death, insiders say Breezy started feeling iced out. At first, it was subtle: fewer calls, fewer invites, and suddenly, fewer mentions in Durk's interviews. It was like he didn't exist no more, one source said. They used to talk every day. Then out of nowhere, ghosted. Behind closed doors, Breezy was frustrated. Durk forgetting where he came from, he reportedly told a close friend during a studio session in Atlanta. We built this together, and now he movin' like he bigger than all of us. Those words hit deep, because everyone knew Breezy had stood by Durk through some of his darkest days, especially when legal troubles had the OTF name under fire. Meanwhile, Durk was silent, and when Durk's silent, people start talking for him. Some said he was just focused on growth, others said he was being strategic. But a small circle inside OTF claimed something else, that Breezy had made a move behind the scenes that Durk couldn't forgive. No one knew what it was. Money? Loyalty? A conversation with the wrong label exec? Whatever it was, it built a wall between them taller than any Chicago skyscraper. Then came the Instagram unfollow. A single button press that fans caught faster than TMZ. Within hours, Durk unfollows Breezy trended across Twitter. Screenshots flooded Reddit, blogs went wild, and fans started taking sides. If Durk unfollowed you, you out the circle for good, one fan wrote. Ain't no coming back from that. But instead of addressing it, both rappers went quiet. And that silence? It said more than any diss track could. A few weeks later, something unexpected happened. Breezy dropped a freestyle, and one line had everyone's ears perked up. I seen my brothers change for fame. No cap, I feel betrayed. The internet went into overdrive. He talking about Durk, one comment read. Ain't no way he not. But Breezy stayed cool, posting cryptic tweets like real ones know the truth, and I ain't never been fake. Can y'all say the same? That's when Durk finally posted something. A black and white photo on his Instagram story, no caption, just a ring and a quote, everybody ain't built for the top. Fans connected the dots instantly. It wasn't just subliminals, it was war in slow motion. People close to the scene say the tension hit a breaking point at a private event in Atlanta, a studio gathering that was supposed to be a celebration. Sources say both Durk and Breezy were invited, but nobody expected them to actually show up at the same time. Yet that night, they did. One eyewitness described the atmosphere as thick. Durk walked in with his team, calm but focused. Breezy was already there, smoking, surrounded by his people. For the first 10 minutes, nobody said a word. Just music playing and awkward silence. Then someone played an unreleased track, one with bars that sounded way too close to home. Lines about fake brothers switching sides, bosses turning their back, and watching real ones struggle. Breezy's head snapped up. Everyone saw it. He put his drink down, stood up, and said, "Who wrote this?" Durk smirked and said quietly, "If the shoe fit." That moment froze the room. Breezy took a step forward, his crew tense behind him. "You think you better than us now," he said. "You forgot who you was before OTF blew up?" Durk didn't raise his voice. "I ain't forget. I just moved different. Some people get stuck in the past, I don't." Someone from Breezy's side muttered, "He callin' you broke, bro." And just like that, the energy exploded. Chairs moved, security jumped in, and phones started recording. But before things got physical, someone cut the music and shouted, "Yo, not here." Durk turned around, walked out, and didn't look back. The video never hit the internet, at least not yet, but everyone in that room knew that what was once brotherhood had turned into a Cold War. Over the next few days, fans noticed both rappers making moves. Breezy started going live more, hinting that real ones don't need to beg for love. Durk doubled down, posting pictures with other artists, smiling like nothing ever happened. But behind that smile, insiders say he was cutting ties. Quietly, efficiently, permanently. Then, rumors started swirling about a new artist Durk was pushing, someone who used to roll with Breezy. The streets called it a power play. One Chicago producer told us off the record, "That's how Durk moves. He don't beef loud. He just replaces you." And that's when fans started asking the question nobody wanted to answer. Was this about music or control? Because behind the scenes, Durk had been building something way bigger than rap. His OTF brand was turning into a powerhouse. Merchandise, real estate, management deals, and upcoming projects that could make him one of the most influential figures in Chicago's music business. And Breezy? He was trying to do the same, just without Durk's backing. It became a race. Who would control Chicago's next wave of rappers? The competition turned bitter fast. Up-and-coming artists were being forced to pick sides. You either repped Durk or Breezy. There was no middle ground. Studio sessions got awkward, collabs got cancelled, and producers started getting caught in the crossfire. One upstart rapper told Say Cheese TV, "Man, you gotta watch who you shout out now. It could cost you a verse." Then came the leaks, DMs, old texts, and screenshots allegedly showing conversations between Breezy and Durk's camp. Some looked fake, others too real to deny. One screenshot read, "He ain't loyal no more. All about himself now." Another had Breezy replying, "So that's what it is now? Cool. Watch how I move then." When those messages hit the blogs, chaos followed. Durk's fans flooded Breezy's comments, calling him jealous. Breezy's supporters fired back, accusing Durk of selling out. The divide was official, but the story didn't stop online. According to multiple local insiders, there was a confrontation at a recording studio in Chicago. Nobody knows what was said, but everyone heard what happened afterward. The power went out, shouts were heard, and minutes later, both camps stormed out. No arrests, no injuries. But something changed that night. Because the next morning, Breezy posted a photo with the caption, "Sometimes you gotta lose a brother to find your peace." And Durk? He went live for 2 minutes. No words, just sitting in his car, playing an unreleased track with one chilling lyric, "Ain't no love when the money talk louder than your loyalty." That clip went viral instantly. Fans replayed it frame by frame, zooming in on his expression, cold, detached, almost mournful. It wasn't rage. It was disappointment. People started speculating that Durk had finally decided to close that chapter for good. But others insisted it was just the calm before the storm. Because in Chicago, silence isn't peace, it's pressure building. Behind all the headlines, there was one thing no one could deny. Something powerful had broken, and the city could feel it. One producer summed it up best: "When brothers turn to rivals, ain't no winner. Just ghosts." And just when fans thought the tension couldn't go any higher, a mysterious clip surfaced online. blurry footage from that Atlanta event. It showed two silhouettes, one clearly Durk's, the other believed to be Breezy's, exchanging heated words before security stepped in. The caption said, "The night everything changed." Within hours, it hit every gossip page in the game. But the timing of the leak raised more questions than answers. Who recorded it? Who sent it? And most importantly, who wanted it out now? Because according to one insider, the person who leaked it wasn't a random bystander. It was someone close to Durk's inner circle. And if that's true, then this feud wasn't just personal anymore. It was strategic. As the clip racked up millions of views, fans noticed something chilling in the background. Another voice saying, "He think he untouchable now." The internet exploded again. Everyone wanted answers. But neither Durk nor Breezy said a word. And that's where things took an unexpected turn, because just days later, one of Durk's old associates dropped a message on his story that changed everything. "If y'all knew what really went down, you'd stop calling it beef. It was survival." That one line flipped the narrative completely, making everyone wonder, was this really a power struggle between two rappers, or something much deeper that the industry wasn't ready to talk about? The post that read, "It was survival," hit like a grenade. Within minutes, blogs reposted it, fans started dissecting it, and the entire Chicago rap scene was back in chaos. Everyone wanted to know what that meant. Survival from what? From who? And most importantly, what was Lil Durk trying to survive? Some insiders began whispering that this so-called power struggle wasn't about fame anymore, it was about fear. According to a source close to Breezy, certain people in the streets felt Durk had gotten too big, too unreachable, too corporate. "He don't move the same," the source claimed. "He got security, he got deals, he got endorsements. The streets feel like he left him behind, and Breezy was the last one trying to keep him grounded." But other insiders painted a different picture. They said Breezy was the one spiraling, losing grip on the fame that once came easy. He was used to being around power, a music executive said anonymously. When you're not in those private jets and big meetings anymore, you start feeling replaced. And that's when resentment kicks in. Fans started connecting dots that maybe neither of them wanted public. Screenshots appeared of Breezy allegedly messaging Durk's producer about getting what's owed. Nobody confirmed it, but the messages looked convincing enough to set the internet ablaze. One tweet read, "So Breezy think Durk stole from him?" Another said, "This been about money the whole time." Meanwhile, Durk's silence continued, except for a few cryptic IG stories. One showed a burning bridge with the caption, "Some bonds ain't worth saving." Another showed a chessboard and the words "Kings don't move like pawns." It wasn't just beef, it was psychological warfare. And then came the podcast appearance that changed everything. Breezy sat down with a small YouTube interviewer from Chicago who promised no filters. The video wasn't supposed to blow up, but one clip did, Breezy saying, "I watched dude switch up when them white folks started calling." All that brotherhood talk went out the window when the contracts came in. That clip spread like wildfire. Within 24 hours, it was trending on Twitter, with fans tagging Durk and demanding a response. Durk never responded directly, but he didn't have to. 2 days later, he dropped a surprise track on SoundCloud called Cold Front. The beat was chilling, dark, and aggressive. And right in the middle he rapped, "Used to call you twin, now you movin' like you envy me. Talking on them blogs like a chick who need publicity." The line was brutal and unmistakable. The fans went insane. "He talking about Breezy again," one comment screamed. Durk just ended him on a random upload. Breezy went live the next morning, pacing back and forth in his living room. "Man, y'all keep saying I'm jealous," he said, his voice rising. "But how you jealous of a dude you helped get here? I was there before the labels, before the awards, before them bodyguards. Stop playing with me." Then, as if on cue, someone in the comments wrote, "He took your verse off the OTF tape." Breezy froze. His jaw tightened, eyes flicked toward the screen, and he said, "That's how we movin' now? Bet." Then he ended the live abruptly. Within an hour, another clip dropped, a leaked audio of Breezy on the phone yelling at someone believed to be Durk's manager. "Y'all took my verse and replaced it with some random dude. You know how that make me look." The manager's muffled reply couldn't be heard, but Breezy's next words echoed online. "Tell Durk I ain't scared to speak my truth." That phrase, "speak my truth," became a slogan. Fans printed it on shirts. TikToks popped up with sad drill beats and captions like "friendship turned to war." The emotional spin caught everyone off guard. What was once a street rumor now looked like a full-blown public fallout. But here's where the story got darker. A Chicago DJ posted that the real reason behind the fallout wasn't money, it was betrayal. "Y'all focusing on rap," he said. "But the streets know this go deeper. Somebody broke a promise they couldn't fix." According to him, the rift started when one of Durk's close affiliates got locked up, and there was an agreement about helping his family. The money was sent, but it never reached them. Breezy found out, and that's when he stopped trusting. Was it true? No one knows. But once that version spread, the internet turned on Durk fast. He left his people struggling while he chilling with Drake. One comment read, "Fake loyalty," another said. Durk's PR team scrambled. They denied the rumors, called them baseless fabrications, and urged fans to stop spreading falsehoods. But by then, the narrative had taken a life of its own. Meanwhile, Breezy's music started reflecting pain, slow, raw tracks filled with regret and betrayal. One song, "Used to Call Me Twin," had the line, "We prayed in the same trap, but you changed the map." The authenticity hit hard. Even fans who usually rode with Durk started saying, he might actually be telling the truth. Then, a shocker. A video leaked of Breezy and one of Durk's old crew members sitting together in Miami. The clip showed them laughing, dapping each other up, and someone saying, "Man, Chicago don't know what's coming." That was gasoline on the fire. Blogs titled it "Breezy Forms His Own Camp." Others called it the birth of OTG, only the grind. Breezy never confirmed it, but fans noticed new posts with that tag. Durk didn't react publicly, but insiders claimed his energy shifted. He stopped bringing up Breezy's name in meetings. He just said, "Let him do him." But his eyes told a different story, said a label source. A week later, Durk posted a photo of himself in the studio with the caption, "Revenge in progress." And then the unthinkable happened. A snippet leaked of an unreleased diss track allegedly called Ghosted Brothers. It was raw, unpolished, and sounded like a private reference track never meant to leave the studio. The lyrics cut deep, "I fed you, clothed you, now you trying to match my motion." Funny how the ones you raise turn to your opponents. Everyone knew who it was about. That night, Breezy went live again. He didn't yell this time. He looked calm, almost cold. "You ever watch someone you love become your enemy?" he said. "It's sad, but it's life." Then he played a voice note, Durk's voice saying, "Bro, I got you forever." The internet went silent. "Why he still got that message?" someone commented. Another wrote, "This turned into Heartbreak TV." The next morning, Breezy posted and deleted a message, "Not everybody meant to make it to the top together." People began wondering if Breezy was planning to retire from rap entirely. He hadn't dropped new music in weeks, his posts were getting darker, and one close friend even said, "He's not right mentally." This whole situation breaking him. But then a surprise twist hit, one that made the industry gasp. A leaked contract surfaced allegedly showing that a major label had reached out to Breezy offering him a solo deal, the same label currently backing Durk's distribution. The offer date? The week the fallout began. Fans pieced it together fast. So Breezy got the call first, Durk found out, and boom, fallout, one Reddit user posted. This wasn't friendship beef, it was business betrayal. If true, that would mean the entire emotional saga, the silence, the cryptic posts, the diss records, were all fallout from a corporate power play. A game of who the label saw as more valuable. And right when people thought it couldn't get crazier, a well-known Chicago vlogger released an alleged voice memo from someone in Durk's team. The voice said, "We told him chill." But Breezy went behind the deal. Now everybody's suffering. That voice memo spread like wildfire, racking up 500,000 views in hours. The caption read, "Exposed. The real reason Durk and Breezy fell out." By now, both sides were bleeding in public. Breezy's fanbase was rallying behind him, calling it a redemption arc. Durk supporters defended him fiercely, arguing he'd outgrown the drama. But the streets? The streets stayed split. Half said Durk was protecting his empire. Half said Breezy was standing up for principle. Then, a chilling new twist. A local Chicago blogger reported that an unknown SUV was seen outside Breezy's condo twice in 1 week. He brushed it off on IG, "I ain't worried about no ghosts." But fans weren't convinced. "This gettin' spooky," one wrote. "This bigger than music." The rumor mill exploded again. People talking about hidden threats, silent phone calls, and mutual friends warning both sides to cool it down before something irreversible happened. In the middle of that storm, Durk dropped one more mysterious post, a single line that read, "Sometimes distance is protection." It felt like a truce, or maybe a warning. But right when fans started hoping things would calm down, a private clip leaked showing Durk and Breezy in the same backstage area at a charity concert in Atlanta. No words exchanged, no smiles, just eye contact that could cut glass. One security guard later told a blogger, "If cameras weren't there, it would have gone left." The photo from that night went viral. Two former brothers in the same frame, separated by silence and ego. It was poetic and tragic at the same time. Comment sections filled with nostalgia. "Man, they used to be unstoppable together," one wrote. Chicago lost another duo to pride. But some sharp-eyed fans noticed something others didn't. In the background of that same photo, a third figure was standing between them, almost blurred out, wearing an OTF chain. Who was he? Nobody knew. But rumors said he was the bridge, the only mutual friend still talking to both sides. And according to one insider, that man had a plan to fix everything, or make it worse. Because a week later, he disappeared from social media. Deleted everything. And that disappearance? It opened a brand new mystery, one that fans still haven't stopped dissecting. It started as a rumor, the middleman gone missing. But by the third day, it was all over the blogs. The one person said to be connecting Lil Durk and 600 Breezy, the bridge between both camps, had completely vanished. No posts, no texts, no tags. Friends said his phone was off, his socials wiped clean, and the last person he reportedly spoke to was Breezy. At first, fans brushed it off as another social media stunt. He probably tired of all the drama, they said. But insiders close to both sides weren't laughing. One OTF member told an anonymous podcast, "Bro was trying to fix what couldn't be fixed. He started asking questions, talking to people he shouldn't. Next thing you know, poof, gone." The story hit different because this wasn't just gossip anymore. It felt like something darker had crept into the game. A few bloggers even began to draw parallels to past Chicago tragedies, saying this bridge had gotten caught in the same street politics these rappers were now trying to escape. And when Breezy went live 3 nights later, fans noticed he looked uneasy. His usual calm was replaced with nervous energy. "Y'all ever try to help people and end up looking like the problem?" he said quietly. "Sometimes being loyal gets you in trouble." The comments section exploded. He talking about the missing dude. He knows something. This deeper than rap. But Durk? He still said nothing. No posts. No reactions. Not even a story. Just silence. Until one morning he dropped a single Instagram picture, a black background with the words, "Some bridges burn themselves." That caption broke the internet. Fans took it as a confession. He's admitting it. One comment read, "Durk cold for this." Others defended him, "Nah, that's metaphorical. You'll read too much into everything." But the damage was done. Theories started piling up. A popular YouTube channel ran a video titled "The Missing Link Between Durk and Breezy, What They Don't Want You to Know." In it, the host claimed that the bridge friend had been quietly negotiating between both camps to broker a reunion project, an album featuring both Durk and Breezy to heal Chicago. Supposedly, that deal went south when egos got involved and money went missing. Now that same host claimed, Someone didn't want that project to see the light of day. Breezy, already battling emotional fatigue, posted something eerie: when real ones vanish, the fake ones get loud. It was clear he was spiraling. Friends said he'd stopped answering calls. One insider said, "He ain't sleeping, ain't recording. He just replaying old videos of them days they was brothers." A week later, a new twist hit. TMZ reported that Breezy's car had been broken into outside a recording studio. Nothing was stolen, except a hard drive. That same night, a mysterious snippet appeared online, an unreleased Breezy song with haunting lyrics. "If I don't make it, tell my brothers it wasn't hate, it was hurt." The internet froze. Fans started flooding his comments, begging him to stay safe. "Please don't do anything crazy. We losing too many real ones." Durk, still silent, finally broke his quiet streak. He went live for the first time in months. His face was blank, voice calm but heavy. "Y'all gotta stop trying to make this about death," he said. "Ain't nobody gone. Ain't nobody doing nothing. Sometimes people just grow apart. That's it." But even that statement didn't calm fans. It made them more suspicious. His tone was too careful, too controlled. "He sound rehearsed," one comment read. "He hiding something." Meanwhile, people started noticing Durk's new entourage: fresh faces, new energy. The old OTF circle seemed to have vanished. Every photo, every video, someone new was standing where old friends once did. Breezy, on the other hand, was going quiet. Deleted all his tweets. Unfollowed everyone except 3 people, 2 family members and an old childhood friend. Then came the footage. A Chicago blogger known for catching everything on camera posted grainy CCTV footage showing Breezy meeting with someone in a parking lot. It wasn't clear who it was, but the timing was suspicious, the night before the missing friend vanished. The caption? "The truth always got receipts." The video spread like wildfire. News outlets tried reaching both rappers' teams for statements. Breezy's camp said it was edited and misleading. Durk's team said, "We don't respond to nonsense." But then, a major media outlet dropped a bombshell. They'd spoken to the Bridge friend's cousin, who claimed he wasn't missing. He left town. He was tired of being caught between 2 egos. That revelation flipped the story again. The internet collectively gasped. So he ain't gone, he escaped? He left to save himself. Days later, Breezy posted a long message: "If walking away make you weak, then I guess I'm the weakest alive." Fans interpreted it as a final goodbye, not from music, but from the chaos. Durk posted a quote the same day: "Some chapters close, but the book don't end." That eerie synchronization sent chills down everyone's spine. It felt like both men had reached the same silent conclusion. They weren't enemies anymore, but they could never be brothers again. Then, something unexpected happened. A journalist from Atlanta released an audio clip from a private industry dinner. In it, Durk's voice could be heard saying, "I still love bro, but love don't fix betrayal." It wasn't meant for the public, but once it hit, fans softened. The hashtags changed from hashtag Durk vs Breezy to hashtag Bring Them Back. TikTok started using old clips of them laughing together, with captions like "We just want peace." For the first time in years, both fan bases wanted the same thing: closure. Weeks passed. Both rappers stayed off the internet. No new music, no interviews, no sneak disses. Just silence. Until one night in December, something strange happened. Durk posted a flyer for a charity concert. Unity in the Chi, the headliner section, had 3 blank spaces, one of which was filled in later, with 600 Breezy's name. The internet exploded. Ain't no way this real. After all that, they reuniting? This the comeback of the decade. But when the night came, something felt off. Breezy didn't show up. Durk performed solo, ending his set with a song no one had ever heard, a slow, emotional track with the lyric, "You can love somebody and still lose them to the game." By the final verse, he looked straight at the camera, and fans swore he whispered, "Rest easy, bro." The lights dimmed. The crowd went silent. And for a moment, Everyone forgot about beef, betrayal, and fame. It was just two stories, intertwined forever by pain and history. The next morning, Breezy broke his silence with one sentence on X: "Ain't no hate. Just memories." No hashtags. No music drops. Just that. And maybe, just maybe, that was his way of ending the story. So here we are, years of loyalty, love, and loss all tangled in the web of Chicago rap. From brothers in arms to rivals on record, Lil Durk and 600 Breezy's journey is more than just a feud. It's a reflection of what happens when power, fame, and pain collide in a city that never forgets its roots. What started as whispers turned into headlines, and what began as friendship became a cautionary tale. The truth? Maybe we'll never know it. Maybe both men were right in their own way. Maybe they were both just trying to survive the same storm, but on different ships. Fans are still divided. Some believe Breezy's pain, others stand by Durk's silence. But one thing's for sure, Chicago hasn't seen the last of this story. The streets talk, the music remembers, and every lyric holds a secret we haven't uncovered yet. Now it's your turn. What do you think really happened? Was it betrayal, business, or brotherhood gone wrong? Drop your thoughts below. Hit that like button if you believe loyalty still matters, and subscribe for more untold stories straight from the heart of the culture. Because in this world, truth moves slower than rumor, but it always catches up. And trust me, the next chapter in this saga might already be in motion. Stay tuned, because when it comes to Chicago rap, peace is just another beat drop away.